I believe that if I wasn't the only member of staff, we would even see more growth. As an individual, I can only do much, but I must say there is plenty of gospel opportunities. There are many people in that village, and they need to know about the Lord.
My name is Glenn Lyons, presiding Bishop of Reach, South Africa. I want to take an opportunity for you to meet some of our ministers in our churches and hear what's going on down on the ground around the country. And today, I want you to meet one of our pastors, Siyabonga, and I'd love him to meet you and share something about what his ministry is. Siyabonga.
Sawubona, Bishop. Sanibona nonke.
Umfundisi, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where you from, where you born, where you grew up.
I was born and grew up in a township called Claremont, near Pinetown. That's where I did my primary and secondary education. I wasn't born at a Christian home, but I came to the Lord early in my life because my grandma was a member of Reach SA. Just around about the time when I started attended church, which was St. Stephen's in Claremont. Bishop Njabulo Mazibuko had just came from college and he was gonna be a minister there. So through his ministry, I came to know the Lord better. In, I think, 2010, 2011, I had to move to Guanyoswa. And I looked for another Reach SA church. And that is when I joined the Upper Highway Church. It was under Reverend Good Enough Ntembu at the time. He confirmed my calling and he suggested that I should consider doing a year or two of apprenticeship. And in the meantime, that's when I joined Interest. After a year, I went to college for my formal theological training and came back to serve in the same church.
So you're there now, Siabonga, and you've been there for a few years. Tell us, what is ministry like where you are at Christ Church Fredville? What are some of the challenges you face there in that community and in that church?
Christ Church Fredville, or Fredville and Inchanga as a whole, is an underdeveloped rural village. The majority of people in my area are unskilled. They work as waiters and waitresses in restaurants, domestic workers, gardeners, and the large population depend on government grants. So as a result, there's a lot of poverty in the place. Leading and encouraging people that are facing so much hardship is a big challenge. In the last year or two, we've witnessed a dramatic numerical growth, and I believe that if I wasn't the only member of staff, we would even see more growth. But unfortunately, I have to be the youth worker, assist with Sunday school, lead the entire congregation. As an individual, I can only do much. But I must say, there is plenty of gospel opportunities. There are many people in that village, and they need to know about the Lord.
Wow. Sure, Siabonga, you are in an area much like the rest of our country with many challenges, and God is supplying you with what you need to work in such a difficult place, and yet we are seeing light. And you're saying your church is even growing in these conditions. What a blessing from the Lord in the midst of great trials. What are some of the things you'd like to see happen in the future? What are some of your dreams and prayers for the church there in Changa?
as an individual serving the church, sometimes you need manpower behind you. So yeah, sometimes serving in a community like that, yeah, sometimes you feel lonely, because even the people in the church council itself, most people, they are not equipped. There's no professional. There's not even one professional in my church council. So I'm the only one who have to come up with strategical thinking, with planning and so forth. So I don't know how it would look like, but it could help if we can see more partnership within our churches.
Absolutely, brother. We're speaking the same language on this. Partnerships in our ministries is key, isn't it, as a way forward? And working with each other is certainly a way in which we can help work more effectively in growing the gospel in our communities.
If I can add to that, Glenn, it really helps. Just last year 2020, one of our neighboring churches partnered with us. So the ladies from Christchurch Waterfall started working with our Sunday school teachers, and they were helping each other. And I was so amazed. Within a short period of time, our Sunday school doubled in number.
Wow.
That's a wonderful story of a partnership between two churches.
That is an excellent example of just what can happen when God's people work together, brother. Absolutely.
Yes.
Siyabonga, we are so glad that God is using you in Nchanga, at Christchurch, Fredville, and we're very grateful that, in spite of the many difficulties, you are making progress, and God has been very kind. And I'm hoping that we'll even see more of a response to the work you're doing, and perhaps even more partnership growing from that as the Lord continues to grow you. Siyabonga kakhulu, Siyabonga.